Alright, hello everybody. I will be making a tier list video on which character you should pick, or which character you might want to pick, out of the 9 characters available to us from this year's Lantern Rite event. So I will be going over each of these characters and just kind of explaining my thought process and what in my opinion is the obvious pick for this year. Now before that we will go through all of these characters, and I will be talking from my own perspective, of course. It is dependent on your account and what you have available to you. If you don't have most of these characters, there's also a few clear winners. For my account, some of these I do have C6, for example Xiangling or Xingqiu. I have C6, also Yanfei. And in terms of characters I don't have, it's Yao Yao. I have every other character. So yeah, we will be going through these and I will be ranking them based on my account and my opinion. Yours of course might be different, and that is okay. So first of all we have Beidou here. I think Beidou is fantastic. She works really well with Dendro, obviously. Now she doesn't work with Raiden Shogun and a couple of other characters. She can be a bit clunky, and it's a very specific play style that you have with her. You have to obviously counter the enemy's attacks, but if the enemies aren't attacking you, it's a bit tedious. It is a bit clunky, it can be. But she does work well with Dendro and Elemental Mastery is really good right now. It is the meta and it is really fun to play around with as well. So I will give Beidou, I will actually give her an A right now. I think she's fantastic in the current state of the game. Now, Chongyun, I have only used him a couple of times, so I don't really think I might be the right person to have a good opinion on Chongyun. However, the times I used him, and in certain events I used him as well, he didn't seem that great to me. He can infuse your weapon with cryo, however, there are many other good cryo characters, and Chongyun is also a 4-star. It just kind of brings him down. His overall power is low. I know he's kind of a support unit, but then you have Shenhei, then you have other supporting characters. I know Layla is a very recent one as well. Chongyun just doesn't really fit in a lot of the teams. When you're crafting a team, he just kind of is left out. He's not that helpful in the end, and I think sadly Chongyun is going to be a C for me personally. He's a bit clunky to play, he's not very good, the damage isn't good, the supporting capabilities are done better by other characters. Ningguang, I like Ningguang, and it's not just because she has a nice outfit. Obviously from last year's Lantern Rite, she does decent geo damage. It's no Ito, but geo is kind of down bad at the moment. We don't really have much geo going on. Not many new Geo characters. Geo's kind of abandoned and forgotten in favour of Dendro. So she's not really that relevant right now, but if you do want to build her, she can do plenty of damage. There's plenty of videos on YouTube detailing this. You can see a lot of people can do nice damage with Ningguang. And she's really fun to play. I think if you do like some animation cancelling, if you do like her obviously basic attacks and charged attacks, and if you like playing around the Jade screen, it can be fun. And I think she can be fun and exciting. But for now I will pop her in the B tier. Now Xiangling, we all know she is the god of pyro support, sub DPS. She's one of the best, if not the best. People have so many builds with Xiangling. You can have a main DPS pyro Xiangling, you have a sub DPS, you can have a support, you can have a melt or any EM builds with her. She is a goddess and she can cook well, so automatically S tier. There we go. Xiangling is amazing. I recommend C6 as soon as you can. The Pyro Nado is just too OP to not have it. Sadly, another Pyro here, and it is Xinyan, and it's kind of a similar story with Chongyun. She's kind of a support, but she doesn't really fit on any team. Her weird scaling where you can't just go into one stat, you have to kind of go into 2 stats. I know some people have made physical Xiangling work if you have the Redstone Thrasher, but then why not just give it to anyone else like the Luke Ito or anyone really? she doesn't really fit in any teams. She's kind of a support, but doesn't support very well. She's got issues and she's clunky to play. I have tried her, unfortunately to no avail, so it is a C tier. Now we have Shincho, another really good Hydro support. You can make him a Hydro DPS, but he does do what Yelan does, which is a Hydro sub DPS, similar to Xiangling as well. His swords can heal you as well, provide a little bit of healing, a little bit of damage reduction, but the main goal is to burst and have those Hydro swords pop out, either do really good elemental mastery and reaction damage, or just do pure Hydro damage. There's so many builds you can have with Shincho. He's really versatile, he's just really good, and if you don't have Yelan, he's your best bet, so he will be going to the S tier. My Shincho is also C6, but I have played him plenty when he was only C2 or C3, even more so, and he's amazing. Now we have Yanfei here. So Yanfei, my Yanfei is also C6. I have tried Tangfei, it didn't go very well. It's a nice idea, but execution is a little bit tough to execute, it's tough to play around, it is a bit clunky, a little bit like Beidou actually, in some regards. As a Pyro DPS, can Yanfei do the job? Yes. However, you have so many other Pyro DPSs and Pyro characters that can also do the job, just in a smoother, more exciting way. For example, if you have Hu Tao or Yoimiya, why would you use Yanfei, right? Although Yanfei is a catalyst and she can do nice reactions, she can do nice damage, the thing is about Yanfei, her auto attacks are slow, her charged attacks are even slower, the projectile speed of the attacks is also slow. It can feel a bit clunky, unfortunately. However, she's a 4-star and she's kind of an old character now, so quite accessible, and if you really are down bad for Pyro, she can do the job. I have tried a lot of Yanfei before, she's not too bad, so she will keep going into the B tier. Now we have Yunjin. Okay, Yunjin is a great support, however, she does suffer from being Geo, and she suffers from being limited to supporting characters that want to auto attack. For example, she's great in a Yoimiya team, but other teams not so much. She can be useful. C6 Yunjin is what you kind of want, kind of like Faruzan, that kind of support where you do want to max her out and then you will get max value out of her. She can work with less constellations, just not as well. But yeah, constellations for Yunjin are quite important, and the fact that she's Geo, it really doesn't help her in this current state of the game. However, in the future she might be more useful. The attack speed bonus that she can provide will be useful for future characters, and it's already quite useful. I think Yunjin has a lot more potential. If only they would bring Geo back in some way, or kind of buff it in other ways, but I will have to give Yunjin an A still, just because she's so useful for certain teams. She is kind of niche, but there it is. Now, the newest character, Yao Yao. So far, from what I've seen, Yao Yao is pretty good. I don't know if she belongs in S tier or in A tier. I'm not sure. She could go in either. I don't think she's down here. I think she's actually a really good Dendro 4-star. In a lot of ways, she's better than Kole, the previous Dendro 4-star. Obviously, she's healing, but there's so many teams that have yet to be discovered with this character. The Dendro application, the healing, the elemental mastery, you can do a lot with her. She's not really for attacking, she is a support, and a lot of supports are good. So far I don't have Yao Yao, I haven't tried her yet, but from what I've seen, and I'm excited to try her, I will put Yao Yao in A for now. She might be bumped to S depending on her constellations. For now, not many people have constellations for Yao Yao just because she's very new. Not everyone's maxing out a 4-star in the first banner because that's madness, basically. But yeah, guys, this is my tier list for now. Personally, who am I going to be picking? I'm going to be picking Yao Yao just because I don't have her. I have all the other characters. It was Yao Yao or Yunjin, but I decided on Yao Yao in the end. But yeah, this is my kind of tier list on who you should be picking based off if you don't have any character, right? Obviously, if you have a lot of these or just some of these, your tier list might change. So if you have maxed out Xiangling and Xinchu and you don't have a Yunjin, well, pick Yunjin. She's kind of good, you know, she could be good. If you're missing a constellation like C6 Yunjin and you have everyone else, well, go for Yunjin again. It depends on what you want to play. If you're missing a Pyro DPS, somehow just grab Yanfei, you know, she'll do the job. This isn't verbatim, this isn't for everyone, this is my personal tier list that I'm sharing with you, and what works for my account and what I've kind of discovered through my time in Genshin. Alright, so once you've made your decision and you are on the event page, you will need 800 festival points, and here are the characters you can pick from. So, like I said, it is up to you in the end, but I personally, for my account, will be picking Yao Yao because she's the only character I don't have, and most of the really OP characters that are here I already have C6. Now I could go with Yunjin for a C3, but I think Yao Yao is the way to go, and Yao Yao is the newest character. She's looking really good so far from the initial testing and gameplay from other people, other creators, and everyone seems to think Yao Yao is the way to go right now. I'm picking Yao Yao because I don't have her, and it's always nice to get a new character, level her up, get some blue fates, all of that. So just press invite character and she should be here. There we go, guys. Yao Yao is now on my account. So thank you guys for watching. Hope this tier list has helped you or informed you in any way that you might have found useful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.